The town of Blackwood was never the same after the night the stars disappeared. It started with small things, missing cats, flickering streetlights, and an eerie silence that hung over the streets like a shroud. But no one could have prepared for what happened when the walls began to whisper. It began at Blackwood House, the grand, abandoned mansion on the hill. People said it was built on an ancient burial ground, but no one believed it. Until the whispers started. At first, they were faint, soft, raspy murmurs that seemed to seep from the cracks in the walls. Then, the words became clear. Find me. Find me. Find me. Lena, a curious but skeptical teenager, decided to investigate. She had always been drawn to the supernatural, and this was too intriguing to ignore. Armed with a flashlight and a recording device, she approached the house just after midnight. The air was thick with an unnatural cold, and the whispers grew louder as she stepped inside. Find me, the voice echoed, this time with urgency. Lena followed the sound to a dusty room in the basement. There, she found a series of old photographs scattered on the floor. Each depicted a person she didn't recognize, but their eyes seemed to follow her. She flipped one over, and her breath caught. On the back, a name was scribbled. Emily, died in 1952. Sudden, lie. The whispers stopped. The silence was suffocating. Then, a faint hum filled the air, and the walls began to shift. The photographs slid into a neat pile, and a hidden door creaked open, revealing a narrow staircase descending into darkness. Lena hesitated, but the voice spoke again, louder now. Find me. She descended the stairs, her heart pounding. At the bottom, she found a small, damp room with a single chair in the center. On the chair was a journal, its pages filled with handwriting that seemed to change as she watched. The last entry read, I've waited so long. You're here now. Sit. Before she could react, the chair pulled her down with an unseen force. The walls closed in, and the whispers exploded into a deafening roar. Lena screamed, but her voice was drowned out. Then, everything went black. The next morning, Lena's phone was found outside the house, the recording app still running. The audio was distorted, but one phrase was clear, I am not alone. Days later, people began disappearing. Each vanished person had one thing in common. They had heard the whispers. And with each disappearance, the whispers grew louder, spreading from Blackwood House to the entire town. Now, the walls of Blackwood whisper a new name every night. And when they call yours, you'll have no choice but to answer.